So gambling, is it fun or no?
Well, as long as you win.
I don't win. Like I actually put $10 on BetMGM the other day, and when I was sitting during the Buffalo Kansas City game, I'm like, I'm gonna put a little money on something. And I went to go look at stuff, and I started looking at the lines and stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what any of this shit means. I'm gonna lose my $10.
I bet with too much emotion, I'm gonna go broke.
Exactly. I was like, I immediately withdrew my $10 and put it back in our bank account.
So you remember when W lost the pit after we had like that awesome season?
Yeah.
If I would have had the opportunity, I would have bet like my whole life savings on that game.
Oh, remember, didn't I tell you that I called up Mom and I was like, we're going to national championship game. We're going to national championship. I was like, you and Dad should get tickets to go to national championship game, and me, you, and Ed, and Mom, me, you, Dad, and all four, we'll go down there. We'll have a great time. And she's like, okay, we'll see. And I was like, we're playing Pitt. We're gonna win. I just know it. And so me and Ed got off work at Teletech early and headed to the stadium. We didn't have tickets, but I was like, oh, we can tailgate, man. It'll be awesome. Like, we'll be in there beating ass. We'll just go out there and be drunk, and who cares how cold it is. And Katie lives nearby. We can go over Katie's if we need to, so we can stop by. And we did that. And then the points weren't coming like that. And
you were at that same game?
Yeah.
I was there.
I was outside, though.
Okay.
Me and Ed were outside. And like, the people who didn't go in and were still tailgating, and like, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Oh.
And then after we lost, I called Mom the next day. I was like, yeah, we didn't win. She's like, I know we weren't. She's like, I knew they weren't going to win. I was like, it was one of those things, wasn't it? She's like,
yeah.
Same thing with the whole Art Modell thing. I told you about that, right?
No, but it's related to Art Modell, so I can only guess.
Okay, Art Modell died in 2012, right?
Yeah.
Before the 2012 season. And I'm talking to Mom, and Mom's like, I had this weird dream, and this little white-haired guy came in. I'm dead ass. This little white-haired guy and came and talked to me, and he told me you're on the football team and blah 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 blah, and then he was gone. And I was like, Mom, Art Modell just died, and he looks like this. She's like, that's what he looked like. I'm like, Mom, are you serious? She's like, yes. And I told Dad multiple times throughout the year, I was like, Dad, I don't care how you do it, put money on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Find some way. You're black. There's some way you know how to put money on the Ravens. And I was like, Mom, you got to tell him, put money on the Ravens, put money on the Ravens, put money on the Ravens. He never figured out how to do it, and the Ravens won the fucking Super Bowl.
Wow.
Hand to God.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Art Modell visited my mom in a dream.
It said, bet on the Ravens.
No, he didn't even say that. I was like, what did y'all talk about? She's like, oh, he's just talking about some, he's like, he was just kind of passing through. I was like, well, he just died. And she's like, well, I think he stopped in to see me. You know, she was in all that stuff.
She was.
Hypnotherapy
Yeah.
and the spirits and all that stuff.
I still remember visiting your house, and there was like this box full of bent spoons. I look at those spoons now and I'm like, man, were those crack spoons? And I was like, hey, yo, what's this is an office setting right here.
It is an office
What's
setting.
with all the bent spoons? And you're like, yo, those are spoons my mom bent with her mind. And I was like, maybe I'm gonna have to go home early.
I'm trying to think she ever did the spoon. No, the spoons she only did in her classes.
Okay.
And Sabrina did it in her classes too. So she never did the spoon in front of me. But she did some weird ass shit around me. And I think I kind of got a little bit of it. Just
Okay.
A little bit stuff. Like lights. I don't intentionally do it, but there'll be times I'll just be in a room and lights start flicker. And like the day she came home from like her first hypnotherapy weekend and stuff.
Okay.
We're on the back porch, and you know, like our back porch right outside of like TV room, right?
Yeah.
So there's that light outside. It was summertime, and there was a light up there, and that light never really like flickered like that, and it just kept going. I was like, oh, that bulb must be going bad. She's like, no, she's like, no, I think that's me. She's like, I think it's just all that, like me channeling all the energy and stuff that I went through this weekend, and like all this stuff. I'm like, you're doing that, and she's like, yeah, I don't mean to. It's just, and I swear, like she walked back inside, fine. She came back out, and there will be times, Matt, I will be sitting in a room, and then lights start flickering, and I feel like I've picked up some stuff. I can't hypnotize anybody.
Yo, so I don't believe in any of this, just for the record.
You're fucking crazy.
No. I respect that there's just a ton of stuff that's just outside my frame of reference to understand. Actually, when I went to Pitt, I had a university class on like religion or whatever.
Right.
And the way I wrote this paper about a butterfly can't possibly understand, or sorry, a caterpillar can't possibly understand what it's like to be a caterpillar because it hasn't been a caterpillar yet. It can like see other caterpillars and shit, but it doesn't know any of that because it'll never be able to like go back to that metamorphosis sort of thing.
Right.
And so I was talking to somebody, I think it was Bob and Connie, about it, and they told me about this place in New York called Lilydale, and it is insane. It
Really?
is like, it's this town in New York, and I'm trying to Google the documentary that's about it. I think it's like Nobody Ever Dies in Lilydale, or yeah, no one dies in Lilydale. And there's this place in New York that's like this little village where all of these like mediums live.
Okay.
And some think the others are not legit, and some think that there's like some super legit ones there.
Right.
And they all convene on this place, and in the summertime you can go there. And I know some people have been there quite a few times, and then so Lisa, my wife, and I have been. She wants to go there like really bad, just to see.
Take me right now.
And you watch this documentary, and you're like, they're like, talking to like the dead and everything else, and all those stories, and I'm like, I kind of want to go for entertainment value, more than curiosity. But there's,
I mean, do you want to talk about this? we can talk.
Suddenly, it's the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, I'm gonna stop right there.